Hello, and welcome to Read-Alongs. Today we're going to be going over Ulysses. So let's get right into it. Oh, actually, before we get started, just a quick, what is this? I'm going to be reading over Ulysses, and every time I get to a part where the general reaction is... What? I'll Google it! So then, yous out there can understand what Joyce was trying to say. Which I say that like he wanted you to, which he most definitely didn't. Like there's this Joyce quote where he was talking about saying, they'll be talking about what I was trying, or what I meant for centuries. Which, on one hand, deeply egotistical. But on the other hand, you can't judge him because he was right. I mean, you can, but he was accurate. Because people have been debating what the fuck he was trying to say with this since he wrote it. Good God, can you imagine if we did Finnegan Drake? Anyways. Stately, plump, Buck Mulligan came from the stairhead, bearing a bowl of ladder, on which a mirror and a razor lay crossed. Which I've done a little bit of research on this. The crossing of the mirror and the razor, a bowl of lather with the mirror and the razor laying crossed. I mean, that's an obvious allusion to Catholicism. So it establishes a theme of, we're that's a mindset we're going to be approaching this chapter from. A yellow dressing gown, ungirdled, was sustained gently behind him by the mild morning air. He held the bowl aloft and intoned, "In troibo ad alter Dei," and we've hit our point of me first googling things. All right, so I have it. In troibo ad alter Dei. This is from the Joyce project, which we'll probably been touching on them quite a lot through the series. So I'll go ahead and give you the URL. It'll be in the description. JoyceProject.com, and there's the one I'm on now is, I don't know how to work my phone. Like most of me being able to use technology is just it's workarounds. And the general consensus on how to approach people's workarounds is ignore them and pretend they're as technologically proficient as you are. Anyways, Mulligan's first words initiate a mocking parody of the Catholic Mass. Though in retrospect, the stage has been set by his stately appearance, carrying a bowl on which a mirror and razor lie crossed. In his mock ritual, the saving bowl represents the chalice, or ciborium, or pyx, the wholesome wine, which will become changed into the blood of Christ. The Latin phrase means, "I will go up to the altar of God." Quite a way to start a morning. And, I'll just say that transubstantiation has always sort of weirded me out. Like the idea of, we're gonna, once a week, we're gonna eat this weird little wafer thing. But don't worry. In reality, it turns into, human meat. Whatever. Halted, he peered down the dark, winding stairs and called up coarsely, "Come up, Kinch! Come up, you foul Jesuit!" Or, "You fearful Jesuit." I apologize. I misread. Solemnly, he came forward and mounted the round gun rest. He faced about. So that means it turned around. Okay. I'm just saying the things I'm processing. It's first episode. I'm just making sure we're on the same wavelength. He faced about and blessed gravely thrice the tower, the surrounding country, and the awakening mountains. Then, catch a sight of Stephen Dedalus, which he was the main character of A Portrait of the Artist's Young Man, which was basically a semi-autobiographical Joyce. Read it. It's. I'll read it at some point. Don't worry. No worries. It'll be grand. Then, catching sight of Stephen Dedalus, he bent towards him and made rapid crosses in the air, gurgling his throat and shaking his head. Stephen Dedalus, displeased and sleepy, constant mood, leaned his arms on top of the staircase and looked coldly at the shaking, gurgling face that blessed him, equine in its length, and at the light, untonsured hair, grained and hued like pale oak. So untonsured, it's just it's unfixed. It's unfixed hair. Buck Mulligan peeped an instant under the mirror, and then covered the bowl smartly. And side note, I've already read this. If you saw the trailer video, I've already read this. That's the only reason why I know untonsured. I'm not trying to do a weird flex. Back to the barracks, he said sternly. He added in a preacher's tone, "For this, oh dearly beloved, is a genuine Christine. Body and soul and blood and bones." Slow music, please. Shut your eyes, gents. One moment. A little trouble about those white corpuscles. Silence, all. He peered sideways up and gave a long, low whistle of caw, then paused a while in rapt attention. His even white teeth glistening here and there with gold points. Chrysostomos, which, again, I'm gonna have to go. Alright, we're back with our friends at the Joyce Project with Chrysostomos. And they say the Greek word Chrysostomos in the 10th paragraph of Telemachus. In the 10th paragraph? Wait. In the 10th paragraph? Hold on. Because as far as I can see it, we're not off the first page. That's like, actually there's a lot of indents, so yeah, okay, maybe the 10th paragraph. So in any case, John Stamos, in 10th paragraph of Telemachus, which is the section we're on right now, we might go into it later, compounds Chrysos, gold, and stoma, mouth. Several orators of antiquity acquired this epithet, golden-mouthed, like silver-tongued, I guess. Notably, St. John Chrysostomos. Well, that's handy. That's handy that he was called Chrysostomos, and he was named as well. A renowned speaker and one of the three holy hierarchs of the Greek Orthodox faith. The odd one-word sentence appears to be comment on Mulligan's even white teeth, glistening here and there at focal points. Oh, we just read that. In the previous sentence, is the first appearance in Ulysses of the book's revolutionary stylistic device of interior. I mean, it's often mislabeled stream of consciousness, that's true. But revolutionary, this is not new. I mean, For the time, yeah. But like for even for Joyce, no. Like it's this whole technique has a pet name of the Uncle Charles thing. Also, there's a mosaic. Ooh. In any case, it's also been called the Uncle Charles this and that whatever because it was in Portrait of Artist of a Young Man, Uncle Charles goes to Lou, but it says repairs because obviously repair, that phrase is something Uncle Charles would say, not Stephen Dedalus, and the whole deal with Portrait of the Artist is that the wording, the way the story is told, follows along Stephen's intellectual development. And in the same way, in Ulysses, the way the story is told, the voice of the narrator changes with the characters. So it's saying it's revolutionary, yeah, but not for this book. That's just Joyce. He's been doing it since Dubliners. Wow, I do go to UCD. Those are very specific Joyce opinions. Those are very hot, not hot takes, but just very heated opinions on something that ultimately doesn't matter. In any case, Chrysostomus. Two strong, shrill whistles answered to the calm. Thanks, old cap, he cried briskly. That will do nicely. Switch off the current, will you? Oh, look at that. We're actually getting to... Wait, what? Oh, it's labeled weirdly. But we're actually getting off the first page. Because last time I tried to do this, it wasn't published, but didn't even get off the first page. He skipped off the gun rest and looked gravely at his watcher, gathering about his legs the loose folds of his gown, the plump shadowed face and sullen oval jowl, called a prelate, patron of the arts in the Middle Ages. A pleasant smile broke quietly over his lips. The mockery of it all, he said gaily. Your absurd name, in ancient Greek. He pointed his finger in friendly jest, and went over to the parapet, laughing to himself. Stephen Dedalus stepped up, followed him weirdly halfway, and sat down at the edge of the gun rest, watching him as he propped his mirror on the parapet, dipped the brush in the bowl, and lathered his cheeks and neck. Buck Mulligan's gay voice went on. My name is absurd too. Malachi Mulligan. Two dactyls. But it has a Hellenic ring, doesn't it? Tripping and sunny like the Buck himself. We must go to Athens. Will you come if I can get the aunt to fork over 20 quid? He laid the brush aside, laughing with delight, cried, Will he come, the jejune Jesuit? Ceasing, he began to shave with care. Tell me, Mulligan, Stephen said quietly. Yes, my love, how long is Haynes going to stay in this tower? Buck Mulligan showed a shaven cheek over his right shoulder. God, isn't he dreadful, he said frankly. A ponderous Saxon. He thinks you're not a gentleman. God, those bloody English, bursting with money and indigestion. Because he comes from Oxford, you know, Dedalus. You have the real Oxford manner. You can't make you out. Oh, my name for you is the best. Kinch, the knife blade. He shaved warily over his chin. He was raving all night about a Black Panther, Stephen said. Where's his gun case? A woeful lunatic, Mulligan said. Were you in a funk? I was, Stephen said, with energy and growing fear. Out here in the dark with a man I don't know, raving and moaning to himself about shooting a Black Panther. You saved men from drowning. I'm not a hero, however. If he stays on here, I'm off. Buck Mulligan frowned at the ladder on his razor blade. He hopped down from his perch and began to search his trouser pockets hastily. And that'll do it, because I'm 17 minutes into my recording, and I doubt that I have more than 2 minutes of dead air. So, thank you for watching. If you like it, subscribe, and this will be a weekly content. There's also podcasts where we talk about theoretical side of storytelling, like just the way you put it together, the way stories, just all the little details of stories, and also practical aspects of writing. And I'm trying to do interviews with small-scale creators, and if you are a small-scale creator and you'd like to talk to me over the podcast, then send me an email on the COD A on Scale Hour at gmail.com. Link in the description. And did I mention the Twitch stream? Because there's a Twitch stream where it's an open source writer's room. So basically, I'm typing away on a script, and whoever wants to enter the chat and throw out their ideas of where it should go, what the characters should be, anything. It's not if it's a good idea, it's just how we make it work. So join us for that. Again, link in the description. And there's also an Instagram, which I shouldn't say that, because it's a good, it lets people know what I'm up to. But there's an Instagram. I'm bad at Instagrams. I apologize. I'm doing my best to let people know what's going on with COD on Scale. But I believe that's all. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the 2 pages I read out of fucking Ulysses in, oh Jesus, no, 20 minutes. I'm almost at 20 minutes in the recording. I know I'll edit out some of it, but Jesus. So hopefully we can get through this book before, you know, the planet turns into a fireball, climate change and all that. So like, comment, subscribe, all the things that YouTubers say, and I'll see you next week.